Stephanie. So we went live. I put it out there on Twitter, on Facebook, and was getting everybody pumped up for it. And I had so much great stuff to talk about. And I wanted to do it during a live because it was special. And I didn't want to do a pre-recording of it. But technology, it's got its pros and cons, but I'm over it. I got everything cleaned up from dinner. Got the kiddos bathed, showered, jammies on, in bed. Everything was good. And I went into my kitchen. I lit a nice candle. I have a really big kitchen table, and I had all my materials stretched out on it, and I was so excited. Like, literally everything was in arm reach, and it was just going to be a smooth sailing great live. But when does life ever work out that way? When does anything ever go according to plan? Because this night surely didn't. It said that I was going live, and then, like, right here, it was doing one of these, like, swirly things saying, going live, going live. And I'm like, okay. So I'm typing away in the chat, and then it never loaded. Well, then, next thing I know, my youngest comes out. Me and my youngest sang about 20 songs, had a full-blown conversation about jewelry and my necklace and my ministry badge and all kinds of stuff, and still didn't go live. This was at 8 o'clock. By the time my youngest came out, it was 8:25, and now here we are 10 o'clock and still no live. So I got very frustrated with my one laptop, which is my brand new laptop, a really, really good one. And I'm like, they overcharge us so much for these products, and we pay it. There's some technology we are forced into buying. Computers. Almost everybody needs one, at least if you have kids or a business. Now, look at the ministry. We have to have computers in order to do our YouTube channel, our Twitter account, our Facebook account, our Instagram account, our podcast, and everything else with our ministry. But my oldest needs a computer to do her schoolwork, to print out things. There's no way to get around it. You can't, some people are like, oh, well, just go to a library. Well, that doesn't always work, especially with the way the world is right now with COVID and everything, and people going all crazy about it. And I'm not going to subject my children into wearing a mask when it's unhealthy for them and detrimental to their health just for some spooky story. I'm not doing it. It is dramatic, and it is traumatizing to young children. I'm not subjecting my children to that at all. If it were real and this was something very serious, then that's different. Even then, it would be within reason. But not over something that I've known for 10 months all the information on. But that's not what this video is about, so I'm not going to turn it into that. My point is, I was so excited to do this live. And I wanted to do it for all of you. But it was for God and Jesus to spread the word of Yahweh and Yeshua. And we were also kicking off our Abiding in God's Grace Ministry 60-day of prayers, which is a big thing that I was going to talk about. And I put a lot of time and energy into these sermons. And like I said, with baptisms and dedications coming up and everything else, on top of all the social media accounts, on top of the podcast, on top of this YouTube channel, on top of children and home life and mommy duties, and I guess you would call wife duties, and a household to run, and school and everything else, we're only limited to certain hours in a day, and there's not enough time in a day. So I just want to apologize for not being able to do the live. I really, really, really did try, guys, with everything in me. So I'm back in my cubby hole, which I didn't want to be because I don't have enough space for all the material that I was going to go over tonight, and this was going to be a pretty long live. So I'm going to try the computer in my cubby hole. Hopefully this works for the live, but I just want to let you know that I'm going to try to do live on this. Now, I tried doing it on my cell phone, and this was really, really crazy. Now, I have just a normal Android phone, so I go to my YouTube, and I want to pull it up for you guys so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Totally bizarre. Like, it really caught me off guard. Let's do this. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to go here. Come on, go into my account, my channel. Okay, now you can see my channel. Let me see if I can get a better light. Is that better? All right, so you see this? It gives you a live for record or go live, and these are past videos that I did. So I'm going to hit go live. Watch what comes up. Can y'all see that? It says eligibility. Your channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for mobile live streaming. You can still stream with your webcam or broadcasting software. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, okay. Automatically takes you back. So, it said that I couldn't go live, but I could still record, right? I could still stream, whatever that even means. Okay, so right here, record. Looks like it's working. And then that pops up at the bottom. So this is what I'm working with. Very, very, very frustrating. So yeah, I did not want to stay up too late tonight. I have to get up extremely early. I'm getting up at like 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning to do episode 2 of Coffee with Stephanie. I want to get that out of the way, go ahead and get everything done that I need to get done with the ministry, with my house and everything, so the rest of the day I can help my oldest with her schoolwork, because every time she needs to get into something, I have to get her into it. She doesn't know how to work the computer, and that's fine. My daughter needs to focus on her education and learning the material. She does not need to get all upset and overwhelmed and discouraged by trying to figure out the technology. That will come later. I'm not worried about that. But then I also have to keep my youngest out of her room while she's doing her schoolwork from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the evening. That's all day long. So it's hard for me to get much done like that, because I also have to keep all noise down in my house for her to not have distractions, because when they do their meetings and everything, we can get in trouble for having distractions and being too loud and all this stuff. And it's like, I understand we all have to make do and make sacrifices, and we all have to work together. We're all in this together. However, my home is not a school. My oldest room is set up with a nice desk and everything she possibly could need to do her school. However, you can't expect everybody else in the household to not watch TV, to not have fun. And my youngest is full of spunk. We sing, we dance, we goof off. I'm not depriving my 3-year-old of fun or normalcy just because the school says that there can be no distractions and no loud noises. Well, I could understand if it was obscenely loud, but it's not. It's just, I don't know. It's just very frustrating. So I did not want to stay up, like I said, all night because I need to get sleep. I've been dealing with insomnia on and off for 10 months. So before it was okay because I would just do what I needed to do, and then during the night I could work on editing and doing stuff for the ministry, and it was no big deal. But I guess, I don't know, by God's grace, I'm not dealing with the insomnia like that. So I just didn't want to stay up all night, especially when I have to get up early so I can get all this done. But the whole point to this is I did try to go live at 8 o'clock all the way up till 10 o'clock. And right now it's, okay, well, my watch says 10:06 and my computer says 10:10. So between 10:06 and 10:10. But I just want to let y'all know that I really did try. I'm going to try to do it on my other laptop, which is in here in my cubby hole. However, if it does not work and I can't go live, at least y'all have this video to know I tried. So what I wanted to do, in the event that we can't go live, I am starting a 60 days of prayer, and it's something that I really want to do, and I'm super excited for everybody to join the ministry for this. I also have some really good information for everybody, like 30 Bible readings for real wisdom. And then I also have, I'm sorry, I had everything set up so perfectly in my kitchen, and I'm crammed back in my little cubby hole. So I also have 30 days with great women of the Bible, and I was going to save that for our women's conference, and that's something else I wanted to talk to you ladies about in the chat, because we had a live chat going with when you guys would like to do a virtual Women's Day conference, and I had all these ideas planned. It was going to be really good, super cool, and so much fun, prizes, everything else, just to get us godly women together and have fellowship and uplift and one another, encouragement, and just dive into the Word. I also have 30 Bible readings on finding joy, 30 days with Yeshua, and in case you haven't heard about this or not, because this has been on our podcast, oh, excuse me, we have a AIGGM prayer warriors. And what that is Abiding in God's Grace Ministries prayer warriors. If you want to sign up for that, email us at our email at abidingingodsgrace@yahoo.com. And I have 30 Bible readings on being a prayer warrior. So I have it all broken down, and it's one of the cool little perks that you get on being an Abiding in God's Grace prayer warrior. Plus you get like inside scoop, monthly newsletters, Bible tracks sent to you, all kinds of cool stuff. I also have 30 Bible readings on friendship and relationships, 30 Bible readings on leading the way, and 30 Bible readings for growing in your faith. So all of this was going to be so much fun. I had all this planned, and that's not even half of it. I wanted to talk about some information on things that is coming up in our world today, some vital information that people need to be aware of. And then I had wrote, as far as sermons go, oh my goodness. Did you see that, boo-boo? I know. Okay, gonna make this really quick because I have to go clean that up. Life Worth Living, The Best Story to Know, The Way of Peace and Non-Resistance, Is There a God? Search for God, How Can I Find Him? The One and Only True God, Do